Hey y'all. So I'm literally so mad. I just got rejected from the school that I have applied to. And I took so long to find a school. I mean, I've been out of school since 2008. And I told myself, "Oh, you got to hurry up and go back to school." But once I started working as a nurse, and I was in the place where I wanted to be because when I got out, I wanted to be in the emergency room and I couldn't get in. It was hard. And I was just working little odd end jobs until I finally landed in an emergency room. And I was feeling like I had made it. I was like, woo, here I am, ER nurse. And then I started looking around me and I was like, oh my gosh, these people are so unhappy. It didn't matter their race, it didn't matter their gender, white, black, Asian, it didn't matter. You go in the hospital and all the doctors got that sourpuss face and making all that money, quote unquote, but they're very mad. So that's why I didn't go to school right away. Everybody's like, oh, you need to go back and be a nurse practitioner. And I'm looking at these people, I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that mad for the rest of my life, feeling like I can't ever take any days off, just burning myself. So I waited and I've been doing research because I'm like, well, I want to do something that I know I'm going to be happy doing. So as you know, I've come to this really religious place in my life where I'm like, oh, this Jesus was Hebrew and I want to have a better understanding, and I've gone to Israel and all this other stuff. So I kind of, through some twists and turns, found this Hebrew priestess school, which I thought was amazing. I was so excited. And they're very open. At least the lady who's in charge of it wrote a book, and they're open to all sorts of things. There's just really interesting things that talk about the period, how your period relates to God, and where women in leadership positions in the Hebrew movement find their place, through through characters in the Bible and through understanding of Kabbalah and other things. And so I was so excited. I was like, this is it. So I sent in my application and I was like, ooh. And so I literally just got off the video. I just got off the video chat with the lady in charge of the program today, and she basically was like, I want to be upfront with you, you don't have any Jewish lineage. And she's like, you're not converting, right? And I'm like, no. And then she's like, so there's really not a place for you. We really are not ordaining people who don't have Jewish lineage or who are not Jewish. She was like, we've never done that. And I was just so I was like, let me tell you, okay? I worked last night. I worked all weekend. I'm not gonna start crying because I'm very emotional. I worked all weekend. I worked so much. It was so sick. It was people it was crazy. It was people out in the hallway. Every room was full, and ambulances was calling in with strokes and heart attacks. We literally didn't have any staff. We didn't have any staff. I was taking more patients out. You know what I mean? I was going way outside of the ratios. I've been it's cool. And then I got off of work and then I drove home and I was deliriously tired because I haven't had any sleep. Because I didn't get any sleep the day before. I forgot why, but I basically only slept 2 hours. So I had been up for over 24 hours by the time that I got off of work. And I came home and I set my alarm and I was like, I'm going to make it to this appointment. I don't care how tired I am. I don't care what's going on. I don't care if my body is hurting. I'm getting up and I'm making this appointment because this is my future. Only for this lady to tell me that it's not your future because you're Christian. That's the craziest thing. It don't make no sense. If it wasn't for Jesus, I wouldn't even care about the Hebrew movement. People don't understand. It's not making sense. Make it make sense, okay? Jesus was a Jewish guy. I believe in Jesus, and this is why I am where I am today. I believe in Jesus. I literally believe that he was divine, that he embodied the divinity. He was a Jew. I want to learn everything about him. I want to become more knowledgeable in him. I want to know more about the Torah, which is the stuff that he believed. So, why, if I'm going to renounce him, why would I care about you? Why? I'm a black girl. Like, I hail from Africa. Like, my people worship Orishas. We do the voodoo. We do the snakes. Why would I ever care about anything about your tiny country if it wasn't for, how do I renounce Jesus and then just, like, Jesus is the whole reason why I care. He's the whole reason why I care about anything in the Torah. He's the reason. He's the reason. I don't even see where it makes sense that I need to convert, because he's a Jewish guy. I believe that the divinity is a Jewish person. So how is it that you don't believe in Judaism if your divinity is a Jewish person? I don't understand. And then if I say, well, you know what? Forget him. He ain't no divinity. He ain't know what he was talking about. Then don't the whole thing go in the garbage? Don't everything go? Why would I hang on to Judaism if I don't have Jesus? They go together for me. I'm African. Jesus and Jew go together for me. If we ain't no Jesus, it ain't no Jew for me. I don't understand. I don't understand how people don't understand that that's how this is working. Like, my first introduction to Hebrew was through Jesus. My first introduction to Israel was through Jesus. My first introduction to the prophets was through Jesus. So why, if I'm going to just discount Jesus, why would I care about you? Where do you think that your religion fits in if there's no Jesus for me? Because if that's the truth and there's no Jesus, I'm going to take my little happy butt back to the voodoo, back to West Africa, dance with my Orishas, and trying to get my voodoo on. I'm sorry. I just need to get that off my chest, because because the other day, and it, you know, to be honest, it hurts my feelings. It hurts my feelings, because I just be coming to these Jews with, like, true, like, empathy, open heart, yielding myself. I don't yield myself to people. I think people just take that for granted because of the world, I guess, that they live in. I know Jews live in a difficult world, so I don't really understand where it comes from. But when I enter into a conversation, my guard is up. I work in an emergency room. People are crying and angry and mad literally 5,000% of the time that I'm dealing with them. So I don't make eye contact. I don't do that because I don't want their energy seeping into me, because it's the worst moment of their life. But for me, it's just hour 2 of my day. So I don't yield myself to people. I'm not a foolish person. When I come into contact with somebody, I know I got my walls up. You don't know me. You don't see me. I'm not dealing with you. When I enter into a conversation with somebody and we start talking about religion, like my dad, he's one of the best preachers ever. Period. So I don't listen to people. They be like, I know this, I know that. No, you don't. My dad actually taught seminary. I watched him. He was the dean of a college. Were you? No, you wasn't. So I'm not listening to anything that you're saying. But when I come into a conversation, I'm yielding to you. I am actually opening up myself to you. And I'm opening up myself to you, and I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. I am doing that because I am trying to give you the platform, and I am honoring you, and I am saying who you are. And what I'm tired is when I come into these spaces with these Jews and I open myself up to them, because I'm acknowledging that they're more knowledgeable, that they have more experience, that they have more connection to the divinity that I believe in. They tell me I don't believe in the divinity. Well, why am I talking to you then? It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's not making sense. What if I don't believe in your divinity? Why are we having religious conversations? Like, there's a Jewish guy that I really like, and on his channel, all he does is talk about Jewish stuff. He talks about Kabbalah, and he talks about spirituality. And then he has the nerve to make a post, Jews ain't Christian, Christians ain't Jews. Don't try. I don't know what he was trying to get at. And I was like, because he was like, the Christian is the complete opposite of the Jew. And I was like, because I am not, I believe in Jesus, and that's where I am. But I'm not really in the mode of judging or hating other religions. I think other religions have a lot of good benefits to offer. And if they don't, I'm still interested in just seeing how their culture is and just seeing how they work, because I'm interested in seeing other cultures. So for him to tell me Christianity is the opposite of Jewishness when we come out of the same book is like disrespectful to Buddhists, disrespectful to Wiccans, to any other religion, to Muslims. Like, it's just nonsense. We're literally reading the same book. We're literally reading the same book. We have added a New Testament onto the book. That's craziness. And you think it's like it so how does your timeline work? Where do Buddhists and Hindu fit in this timeline if it's Jews and Christians? And that's how the timeline works. It's like just so disrespectful. And I said that. And I was like, that's just really dismissive of all other religions. And do y'all know he posted a whole hateful video? You're not gonna get me to respond to you. I don't care. You're trifling. I'm not responding to you. I'm not. You ain't go. I ain't click. You ain't get my clickbait. Because I ain't paying attention to that mess. I know what's going on. I know what's going on out here in this world. Everybody in this world ain't sitting here looking at Jews and Christians and thinking we're as different as apples and bananas. Like, that's not happening. We're literally reading out of the same book. I don't even know why we have to be beefing so much. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's just crazy. What's wrong with them? And then, and even like the whole argument about what Christians have done. I'm a black person, okay? Because if we're going to be going back and hating people based on what they did, then you as a European, I think, wouldn't be able to talk to me about what their ancestors have done to other ancestors, right? So either we're getting over stuff or we're not. I don't understand. All I'm saying, he living in America, so that maybe you need to be paying reparations if you think that Christians was so bad to your people. I'm not against what you're saying. I'm just saying, make it make sense. Make it make sense, okay? If we're going to hang up Christians for what they did to Jews, then I think black people should be able to hang up all the white people for what they did to blacks. What do you think? And if black people need to get over it, then I think Jews should be a little bit more open about accepting people who like the books that they read. I mean, people coming up to you like, I like your religion. I like what you wear. I like your language. I like what you talk about. And then the Jews' response is like, you don't have nothing to do with us. You don't have nothing to do with us. We're not the same at all. And it's like, what are you talking about? And I understand that there are some Christians out here who do believe in the whole replacement theory and stuff. And I guess that could kind of set you on edge. But I don't never exhibit or exude none of that stuff. I mean, sometimes maybe I have entertained a conversation or two from a Hebrew Israelite, because sometimes you just can't help it. They just draw you in and they're so emotional and stuff. And then by the time they get to all their like hateful Hitler-esque type stuff, it's already too late. And you're like, well, damn, here we are. I thought we were just talking about religion. But so I might have entertained a conversation or two like that, but I really try not to let that be the essence of who I am. I really try to, whenever, especially like if I'm in Israel or if I'm dealing with people, I don't even bring up what I believe in. I just don't want to. I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie to you. And then I'm trying to get in touch with my Africanness, but I also claim my Christianity. But I don't have no other reason to be dealing with Jews and to be in Israel. And so if they ask me, I'm going to tell them. I'm going to tell them why I'm here. Because of Jesus. That's why. Why else would I be here? I just don't understand. Why else would I be here? There's some genetic things, but if we're not going in that route, because we're not doing the whole replacement theory and the whole racial theory, then let's just leave it with what it is, and I'm a Christian, and just let me be that. Just let me say that I love Jesus and Jesus was a Jewish guy. Why can't I say that? Why can't I say that? Like, if I was gay, I could be like, I love being gay and I love buttholes, and I feel like people will be less angry. Maybe I'm wrong. Sometimes I tell people, I'm like, just look at it like I'm gay. Just my religion is like my sexuality. Like, it's, it's my identity. Just tolerate it. Sorry, all of this happened. All this rant happened because I got rejected from the school because I'm a Christian. And I don't need no acceptance from the Jews. I don't need not a single one of y'all to accept me. I don't know if y'all notice, but I'm black in America. So I ain't living for nobody's acceptance. All right? Because if I was needing to live off of a group of people's acceptance, I bet you I wouldn't be here. I bet you I wouldn't be living in Tucson as a brown woman. No. So I don't need none of y'all acceptance. It just would be nice. I'm not giving a lot of negative energy. Even like now. I'm not saying no names. I'm not hating. I'm just expressing my frustration. And it just would be nice if I just got a little bit of like reciprocation of what I'm putting out there. Of when I say like, I want to learn from you. I don't say that to a lot of people. I want to hear what you have to say. I'm not saying that to a lot of people. And when I say that, I just wish you would just receive it. I would love to teach you. I just, you don't want to teach me because I'm Christian. Like I just don't. And that's all. That's all that I had to say. I hope y'all have a blessed day. I'm sorry if you had to listen to this whole entire rant, but I stayed up. Like, I could be sleeping right now. I'm a night shift. You see the sun? You see the sun shining on my face? You see I actually tried, look, lipstick, concealer. Like, I actually did something. I got up out of the bed and put lipstick on so that I could sit up here and talk to you. I said in my application I was Christian. If you knew you wasn't going to accept any Christians, then you should have known then. You should have known. You should have just rejected my application then. Why would you wait? Get me up during the day, have me wasting my time. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I ain't like. Come on, man. You just wasting my. I'm a single mom out here, man. You know what I mean? Like, kid, you. Come on, man. I'm mad as hell. That hurt my feelings. And because I'm a Christian, like, come on. Like, tell me something else. Tell me, like, oh, you're too ugly for our program. You're too weird. We don't like dreads. Tell me anything else. Don't sit up here and tell me you ain't gonna accept me to a Jewish, like. So it's hard. It's hard, y'all. It's hard. I'm trying to be out here getting this information. But as you can see, there's a blockade up. I don't know why. I don't know if I'll be able to overcome it. But y'all pray for me. And if you're Jewish, next time you see me, like, say hi. I'm trying to learn the language and I'm trying to learn the truth. And I just don't even see a reason for y'all to be so hostile. Like, we in this together. We in this together. If the aliens land, we all screwed together. So ain't no really need to be so hostile. Like, it's no need. It's no need. It's no need. Like, all right, y'all. Have a good day.